There is no question that technology has progressed rapidly over the last 35 years. This has had far-reaching effects on us as individuals and as a society at large. It has changed the way we behave, the way we work, the way we socialise, how we spend our time, and how we learn. If 2020 has taught us one thing, is that disruption can come at any time. That's why it's important to keep up to date with industry trends and to continually foster a sense of community. For OPEDA, it's about staying ahead of the game. So let's look at emerging trends and concepts such as lifelong learning, informal learning, micro-credentials, and what factors are contributing to the changes we are seeing. Right now, as I reviewed this course, I was thinking of all the ways that I had to refresh, refine, or develop a new skill this year. I did a quick learning audit, and here's all the digital content that I've engaged with in just 1 month. Newsletters, emails, blogs, MOOCs, short courses, videos, podcasts and audiobooks, forums, groups, and social media. Phew, it's a lot, huh? Oh, and not to mention the 4 books that I have on the go. Maybe take a minute to consider what informal learning you have done in the last month. Think about the newsletters you read each day or the searches you've done in Google. Quite a lot of this informal learning would fall into the category of what we call just-in-time learning. You may have heard this term being thrown around. It's basically the opposite of a formal learning experience, and generally quite skills-based. For example, recently I needed to learn how to fade in and out an image on iMovie. So I used YouTube tutorials to teach me exactly what I needed to know, and no more. I didn't sign up for a course. I literally typed how to fade an image using iMovie into YouTube. In 2017, the Australian Industry and Skills Commission, ASIC, produced a report titled The Future Skills and Training. I highly recommend reading it, but here's a quote from this report. Education and learning is moving away from traditional settings and increasingly towards informal settings. This is being done through the proliferation of digital and offline platforms designed to match people with resources. As an example of a digital offline platform, we can look at podcasts. How many of you download episodes and listen to them when you may not be online? If I was doing a formal learning experience, this would be a great way to give me the information that I need. You can see that in any given day, I'm consuming information from a dozen mediums and doing this through my 3 most treasured possessions, my MacBook, my iPhone, and my Kindle. Here are some fast stats that affect how we learn. In 2020, approximately 3.5 billion people had access to a smartphone. Due to this, more content is being delivered to your phone. This connectivity is also opening up new markets for education. Learning how to learn and unlearn will be one of the most critical skills as self-directed learning rises. In addition, let's consider these wise words by Alvin Toffler. The illiterate of the 21st century will not be those who cannot read and write, but those who cannot learn, unlearn, and relearn. User-generated content will increase exponentially. Even now, every minute, there is 300 hours of video being uploaded to YouTube, and our attention span is decreasing. According to a study by Microsoft, the average human being now has an attention span of 8 seconds. This is a sharp decrease from the average attention span of 12 seconds in the year 2000. So what does this all mean for digital learning designers? Well, it gives us so many options and chances to harness our creativity. You are literally no longer restricted in the ways to get your content out there. But this also means there's a lot of noise to filter through for your learners. Lots of distractions. Perhaps this is why the concepts of micro-credentialing has emerged. But what is micro-credentialing? Is it really something new? Maybe it helps to look below the surface of micro-credentialing and look at the modality and delivery methods of them rather than focusing on the hype. Perhaps what is micro about them is the good use of chunking, bite-sized learning tasks, learner-driven experiences, just-in-time delivery, competency and capability assessment, etc., etc. The customization it provides to learners to stack the skills they need and want rather than sticking to a prescriptive pathway with only one provider is what makes them so great. If this was the norm, then maybe we wouldn't need micro-credentials. Some people don't want to go out for an expensive 3-course sit-down meal. On any particular day, maybe they just want to hit up Subway, choose the toppings they want, and get in and get out. At OPEDA, we truly believe that when a learning experience has been designed specifically for the learners in a way that honours what we know about learning, you just can't fail. However, when a learning experience's design is driven by low budgets, enrolment targets, and what we've always done, on top of that a teacher-centric mindset, then we can really fail our online learners.